Well, welcome back to the Prospect Hut, and hopefully you like this video. We're going to talk about in this video a player that is going to be making the team at spring training, catcher Hayden Senger, and he has been with the Mets organization for many years, and his story is going to be great to discuss, and we'll see how far he takes this. But this is a great story. I have two scouting reports for you. One that goes back to the beginning, in 2018 when the Mets drafted him, and one in 2022. I tried to find a more recent one, but I haven't been able to find anything yet. But I know a lot of people have been watching the Senger videos, particularly one of him throwing runners out, and I thought that was great. And he's going to be a very interesting player to watch because he's a guy that might not have made it to the majors if it wasn't for the injury to Francisco Alvarez. But he is from Amazing Avenue. They do a great job. They do the best job that I've seen of any site when it comes to publishing these different scouting reports on these Met prospects or just players in the Mets system. This is from June 19th, 2018. 2018 Mets draft profile, Hayden Senger. With their 24th selection in the 2018 draft, the Mets selected Hayden Senger, a catcher from Ohio. Now, the Major League Draft only goes up to 20 players now. 20 rounds. He's from Liberty Township, Ohio. At the time, he's 21. So right now, he's about 28. 28. He's going to be 28 in a couple weeks. 6'1", 215 pounds. Catcher. Throws right. Hits right. He's from Miami University. Hayden Senger was a standout athlete at Lakota East High School. In addition to lettering 4 times in baseball, he lettered 3 times in football. If you see him, he's a big guy. After graduating, he honored his commitment to Miami University and made the Red Hawks baseball team as their starting catcher. In 2016, his first year there, he hit .269, 336 on base, 431 slugging percentage. He suffered a sophomore slump in 2017, hitting .172, 281, 242, but recovered in 2018, hitting a career best 344 with 429 on base percentage, 511 slugging percentage in 48 games. Senger is known primarily for his prowess behind the plate. He generally puts up pop times a shade under 2 seconds, which is slightly above average. His arm is above average, and combined with his quick pop, threw out an impressive 42% of runners attempting to steal against him last season. The catcher is much less of a known quantity with the bat. He has good bat-to-ball skills and rarely strikes out. He uses a fluid level line drive swing, wrapping the bat behind his head and swinging it after a toe tap. Despite his solid 6'1", 210-pound frame, the swing is not suited for power and he's unlikely to hit for much. So I'm going to have more in this video coming up right now. Now again, Amazing Avenue does a great job. This is from January 15, 2022. He is at the time he was a top 25 best prospect for the Mets. And again, he's the headline top 25 Mets prospects for 2022, catcher Hayden Senger. Next up on the list is a catcher who really came into his own in 2021. Now, this is a great story. This is a guy that's been working at Whole Foods, of all things, stocking shelves and just hoping to get a shot. He's got a shot now. Hayden Senger was a standout athlete at Lakota East High School. I read that. It's the first time I'm reading it, just so bear with me. Let's see. With their 24th round selection in the 2018 MLB draft, the Mets selected him, signing him to a $125,000 bonus, the highest allowable sum a post-10th round draftee can receive without the sum being counted against a team's draft bonus pool. I would mention he's a player that was drafted by Brody Van Wagenen such a long time ago. The Mets assigned the catcher to the Kingsport Mets, which are defunct following his addition to the organization, and he spent roughly a month there from mid-June to mid-July, going 14 for 35 in 10 games. He was promoted to Brooklyn following his brief stop in the Appalachian League and went 17 for 68 in 22 games there, giving him a .301 batting average on the season with 1 home run and a 13-31 walk-to-strikeout ratio in 32 games. The 22-year-old was promoted to Low A Columbia Fireflies. It's another team that's known with the Mets for For the 2019 season, he spent the entire season there hitting .230, hitting 4 home runs, drawing 25 walks, and striking out 64 times. He would have likely been assigned to the High A St. Lucie Mets in 2000, but the season never took place, as the COVID-19 pandemic prompted minor league baseball to cancel the season. When the 21 season began, he was indeed assigned to the Mets High A team, but this time he went back to Brooklyn. The Cyclones became the Mets High A affiliate in the revamped minor league system. He spent roughly a month there, going 13 for 43 in 11 games with 8 extra base hits, and was promoted to the Double-A Binghamton Rowan Ponies for the remainder of the season. In 50 games with the Ponies, the 24-year-old Senger hit .254 with 3 home runs and a 16-62 walk-to-strikeout ratio. Now, I would mention again, this is from 3 years ago. He's no longer considered a top prospect, but I think in 2023, he was named the Mets' best defensive player. So his defense is off the charts. So the biggest, probably the number one reason the Mets have him on the roster is because of his defense and the ability to control the running game. Very important. We saw that last year in the season, how bad the Mets' running game protection was terrible. They couldn't throw anybody out. And things turned around once they called up Torrens from the minors. Senger stands tall and open at the plate, holding his hands high, wrapping his bat behind his head. He swings with a moderate leg kick and has a long levered swing. He flashes average raw power in batting practice, but has yet to really tap into that during in-game situations thanks to his swing and occasional difficulty staying balanced and keeping his lower upper halves in sync. He uses the entire field, spraying ground balls and fly balls to all fields with almost equal percentages. If his offense is still developing, Senger shines behind the plate. Thanks to quick above-average pop times, he can get out of the crouch during stolen attempts quickly, cleanly transfer the ball, and fire to the waiting fielder accurately. Despite an arm that is only average to above average, he drew out 18 of 38 runners that tried to steal on him in 21, has a 35% stealing rate for his career as a professional. He's a solid receiver, blocking and framing the ball well, though there is noticeable difference between his ability to block and frame balls for right-handers and his ability to do the same for southpaws, something Senger needs to work on. Okay? They really dived so deeply into these scanning reports. It's just great that they're able to do this, and they do a great job. And this is really, they've been doing it for many, many years. Many, many years. And this is another great example of the great job they do. And he is a prospect. You see where they thought he was on this list. In 2022, he was considered the 11th best prospect in the Mets system. That's not saying much because the Mets did not have a good system in 2022. But he's going to have a shot to make. He's got the shot now to play in the major leagues. I would think that he'll probably play sometime in the. He won't play the first 2 games. I would think he'll probably play on Saturday in the 3rd game, or definitely be playing in Miami at some point, make his major league debut. But he's a guy you want to keep an eye on. He's got a lot of talent behind the plate. We'll see how he hits. It might be a struggle. It's probably going to be a struggle. But this is the scouting report for Hayden Senger, the new Mets catcher. And we wish him well and good luck. Well, let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.